Oh, I knew that, but...
All right.
Oh, no, dude, it's good. I got it.
He's talking shit about you again, Tim.
Yeah.
He's fucked up bigger than Dick's hat band. All right, here we go. Eyes and airs.
Eyes and airs.
All right, you first two. Guns in the up position, heads on a swivel. Who you got? Mother of God.
Jeez.
Contact front! Fight!
On the internet, it's FX Hummel.
Oh, look. Chris and Billy are going to get... So somebody doesn't want to get... You know what? I can still throw shit with this hand.
That's good. You know what? Let's get it. So that the world knows this guy is kind of a cop.
Except for this dude. Unless you're gay. And then even if you're gay, still sucks.
It's because I'm sexy. What's going on, guys? We're back again with the Regular Guy Firearms channel, and today we're actually going over a really sweet setup. What we are going over today is from Arsenal, and it's not exactly their run-of-the-mill AK type offering. What we've got here is the model SLR-107CR. Okay, this is a rifle in 7.62x39. I don't know if you could see the lettering in there, but this is kind of a special rifle, the way that I see it anyway. Now, we're going to go into the boring specifics first, and there isn't going to be that much really to go over, because generally speaking, an AK is an AK, whether or not it's got a milled or a stamped receiver. But one thing that it does have differently than most other AK offerings out there is the 14.5-inch barrel. Now, the 14.5-inch barrel, some say may lead to accuracy issues. Some don't believe at all that AKs are that accurate to start with. But I assure you, first of all, it's a well-constructed barrel. Second of all, anyone who cries about AK accuracy obviously hasn't shot that much. This particular rifle was taken to Advanced Fighting Rifle in Camden, Tennessee, hosted by Tactical Response, and it actually did very well. I originally expected to be there for just that, but ended up taking Fast and Accurate Rifle and the low-light portion of the course and intermediate distance. So instead of being there for a couple of days, I ended up there for about a week. Now, Obviously, there's some stuff that was done to this rifle that's outside of the stock configuration, but we're going to go over a couple of things that are stock about this rifle that I personally believe are really nice. The first thing is that the front sight block integrated with the gas tube, not that it adds any particular tactical importance for or against a rifle, I personally think it's just their best looking model as far as an arrangement of front sight blocks. Their rear sight is not widened as it comes from the factory. That is the stock arrangement on the rear sight, which I personally don't prefer. I personally prefer RPK style sights that are a little more wide so that you can pick up the sights a little bit faster, especially since the rule of thumb for using AK irons is to line them up like pistol sights. A really nice addition that this rifle does have that's from the factory is the AK100 style stock. Now, I really do appreciate this, not just because it's a folding stock and it's all ninja-fied and shit, and then it locks up securely. What is neat about it is that once the stock is extended, it is rock solid. There is no movement in there whatsoever, and it actually does very, very well as far as just not being able to be fucked up. You know what I mean? It's a very high quality stock, and if you're going to get a folder, meaning if you travel a lot and bring guns from point A to point B in bags often, and if you're like me and you fold up guns when you throw them into cases before you go to, for instance, Tennessee from Florida, the folding stock option is nice. Additionally, because it folds on the left side of the gun rather than the right side, the gun is shootable while the stock is folded. Now, I personally don't give a shit about that, but some people do, and some people that work for certain agencies or contractors or whatever like that, that are able to bring weapons from the States and bring something like this, would find it significantly a significantly used option, especially if you're in and out of vehicles all the time. Now, we're going to go ahead and go to things that were added to the rifle. And what was added to the rifle, in my personal opinion, to me makes the most sense for a rifle of its type. Some for comfort, some for not. Now, the first thing that was added onto this thing is a extended battle comp that is obviously rated for the 30 caliber rifles. This one is extended so that you get to the legal length, and then of course it was pinned and welded into place. Now, on battle comp, you're going to see a video here in a second of me shooting this thing at night, because during the day it does alright. You know, it's pretty much as effective as a PWS, which is what I personally prefer. But where it falls way behind in the flash department is at night. You're going to see that comparison right now, alongside of something ridiculous that has nothing to do with the review, and that's the Rifle Dynamics Antidote, and we'll see that stupid shit now. The Arsenal SLR, it's a great little AK, and we're going to see a bunch about it. What we're going to do really quick, though, because not a lot of people see this outside of the advertisements, is we're going to go ahead and compare this battle comp. It's a compensator / flash hider, and we're going to compare this to the Dragon.
Or it's actually the Rifle Dynamics Antidote brake.
Oh, it's the Antidote. Oh,
yeah.
shit. Yeah, we just called it the Dragon again.
It is a Dragon.
Yeah, because it turns night into fucking day. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to kill a light and we're going to shoot this, just so that we see what's up. So we're going to go ahead and do the battle comp on the Arsenal. And I know you can't see shit, just watch for flash. Kill a light, please.
Yep.
Alright, so that's my mag. We're going to do the Antidote now from Rifle Dynamics. That's going to make for some really good photos out there.
Oh my god.
So there you go. Battle comp doesn't do that great at night, especially on AK. Okay, so as we can see, not exactly the most useful thing at night, and it's very difficult to shoot with at night too because it fireballs, and it's really hard to see and pick up your sights after the first round gets fired. Never mind when you start turning the rifle loose. The Ultimac rail that's on here, in my personal opinion, is the best mounting solution for any optics like the T1 that's in here, and simply because it sits it nice and low and out of the way, it gets it nice and low profile. You do have the option for a co-witness, even though it's not as important as, let's say, quick release rings on the mount. But because it is a lower profiled design, means that I don't need something like a cheek riser on the stock to shoot this thing well and fast and accurately. Okay, the next thing that we're going to go to, and I don't even remember who this is from, but the charging handle knob that's on here is fucking huge, and it's fantastic. First of all, let's also make this clear. This was a loaner gun. A buddy of mine lent me this, and he's like, yeah, dude, fucking shoot the hell out of it, do a review on it. And I wanted to, especially since this is a pretty sexy AK, so thanks, Lefty, I appreciate it. But this charging handle knob, as large as it is actually fantastic. And somebody shoot that in the comments below, because I think I'm going to attach one of these to my to my Norinco. But this thing, with gloves on and stuff like that, there was a couple of times during this course where I'd fuck up the reload and barely snag onto this thing with the edge of a glove or something. But because there's so much mass up here, it just doesn't feel like it weighs anything, and the bolt runs. Speaking of the bolt and carrier group and all that good jazz, this particular rifle, the action is smooth, and a lot of people ask me about smoothness on AKs and which one is better. The action is smooth on this Arsenal, it is, but I would not rate it at the same level as, let's say, a Norinco. The Norinco that I own is, my personal opinion, noticeably smoother than this AK. Does that matter? Not at all. I mean, as long as the rifle functions, it's good to go. That's my personal opinion. Yes, this is a Cerakote job, and something else that I really do dig about this, though, is that this entire design is very, very Russian. Arsenal is known for turning out products that are as Russian as they can be, and although they might have issues bringing in Segas or actually bringing in AKs to work on, especially with the recent ban on Russian-built guns, the ones that do exist are very, very well done, and they do take a lot of effort to building the $1,000 rifle that you're buying. Okay. The original pistol grip on this thing was removed in place of a MOE. The thing works great. There's nothing really positive or negative to say about it. It was just done well. Moving to the other side of the rifle, and my favorite part about this is that this rifle is lefty compatible as far as the safety is concerned. And the reason being, and I think that if you're a lefty, you should find the time to do this on all of your AK style rifles, especially if you're a lefty. A Galil style safety. Now, all this really is a relief cut that's cut into the receiver, and then a lever that attaches itself to the bar, or to the safety bar on the inside of the rifle. And you will be able to see that once the cut is in there, it's actually not that hard to install it. And you can see quite clearly, you know, there it is. And I think it's actually quite neat, simply because now I don't have to worry about losing the time that I was worried about before as a left-handed shooter taking on an AK style rifle. The only thing about it is two things. Number one, I ran into a couple of issues to where I caused a couple of malfunctions. Now, you guys will actually be able to see this on video, but in the middle of a drill, basically what had happened to the rifle is that while I'm in that complicated shooting position, the palm of my hand on my shooting hand pushed the safety forward, because to push the safety on, it goes in this direction, and to push the safety off, you have to sweep it out of the way. It's the exact opposite of what most people are used to in safeties, especially a dude like me that's coming from an AR. So you're going to see that footage now.
Alright, get ready, Bill. Sounds like a cover moment to me.
So while it was something that I had to be conscious of during the class and everything else, it wasn't a serious hindrance. And adding it pretty much added more pros than cons to the design or to the overall function of the rifle. And you can see actually through this footage on a specific drill that we were doing how much easier it was for me to get in and out of action with this rifle.
Cover! 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 Cover!
So now finally the bottom line as far as accuracy and reliability. Now, as I'd said before, anyone who pretty much cries about AK accuracy is not shot that much or is just not that good. Rifles like this have been shooting very well for a long time. During the intermediate distance portion, this rifle shot out to about 280 yards and was within 4 inches of a heart size target on a piece of steel that was half man sized. Okay, so 280 yards, and you're getting about a 6.5 inch group on the thing. That's pretty damn good, especially when you're running mostly target and training ammunition, which is what I was running most of the time. That being Wolf, So, people who cry about Wolf and AKs and their accuracy just need to get shut down immediately. Reliability. Well, it's an AK. More than that, it's an Arsenal. It ran like a champ, and unless the malfunctions were forced, cover! Or I made the malfunctions with the Galil safety, the gun ran 100% the entire time. So, guys, if you can find them, get them. The SLR from Arsenal is the shit. I personally think it's their best looking rifle, as well as one that performs just as well as any other. And remember, a regular guy's firearm is the last defense against tyranny. Be easy.